The telephone, that was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, became a staple in 50,000 American households alone within 4 years. The steam locomotive that crossed the North American continent reached a top speed of 120 kilometers per hour and an average speed of 88 kilometers per hour. And the public specter sports frenzy, the Pro Baseball National League, was born in 1876, and the first champion team was the Chicago White Sox. The racehorse Domino was the champion of the Kentucky Derby in 1891 and reigned undefeated as the Black Whirlwind. And in the first International Olympics that opened in Athens, Greece in 1896, each sport had prize money despite strict amateur regulations. Number 1. Steel Ball Run Press Conference.
What's all that racket?
It's that troublemaker Sandman.
You can't protect him anymore, Chief. The white man's books, they were hidden in his tent.
This is treachery against our tribe and our ancestors. Sandman must receive punishment.
He will be scalped. Is there no objection?
Ah!
What the? He's picking up speed. He's outrunning the horses. This running style, I've seen it before. Where did he learn it? That is not an Indian running style. That's the white man's running style. The style used by the white man to compete for trophies and prize money. It's used for running short distances.
What is everybody doing? Put forward to your horses! He's escaping into the Rocky Hills! Don't let him get close to those cliffs!
Sandman! You always separated yourself from the tribe as a child, like you were making fun of us. It's your own tribe being chased off of its ancestors' land by the white man. Are you looking down on us like that?
Punishment, punishment, punishment!
Give him punishment! You are unforgivable, Sandman! What? Under the horse! Ah! What the? He dove under my horse! Are you insane, Sandman? Just what are you thinking? You purposely got kicked by my horse onto the rocks! And you're still climbing? The arrows! Shoot him with your arrows! Yeah. Where are you, Sandman? Did you really come from the same tribe as me?
So you were here after all.
Ah!
Why
Stop
you?
it. Please, stop it. I'm really sorry, sis. Please.
We're going back together,
Ow.
Sandman. I'll apologize with you. Promise to the elder and the chief and everyone that you won't read the white man's books anymore. Apologize and tell them you didn't mean to insult the tribe.
You're wrong. That's where our opinions differ, big sis. The white man is the enemy. But protecting yourself by understanding the enemy's culture is another way. Our tribe's way of thinking won't work in these times. Everybody thinks we're being hounded from our ancestors' land, but the white man's basic concept is money. There is no such thing as the ancestors' land anymore. This place belongs to the person that holds the money.
You were always like that since you were a child. Once you've decided, you never cooperated with anyone else. That's why nobody ever understands what you're thinking.
Big sis, let me show you something. It's over there.
What are these things? Is there something you're trying to tell me?
I happened across these things 2 weeks ago. Did someone carve them out? Or did they scrape them out? They're perfect spheres. How did they do it? These are all perfectly smooth. Each of these pits is a perfect sphere. And they would have to scrape at an incredible speed to make so many of them.
So what?
I also found some of the white man's books here.
This was done by a white man? You never said the white man was so close to us.
Take it easy. This guy was alone, and he's not an enemy. He didn't come here looking for gold mines or to steal anything.
How would you know that?
He was training here, in this wasteland. We also seclude ourselves to the mountains to hone our hunting skills, don't we? I can tell by the tracks. He's been running through this place again and again. Look at these tracks. They're incredible. He's been jumping here. Amazing. He reached at least 8 meters in one leap. 3 horses worth. I just discovered he was running with something in his hand. Stone or ivory. Something heavy. Is that it? Is that what scraped the holes in the wall?
Just what are you trying to tell me?
Big sis, I wanted to say goodbye. I won't be coming back to the village. I'm going on a trip. This is the newspaper. Can you read it? It says Steel Ball Run race opening. Prize money will be given to the winner. $50 million! Enough of the white man's money to buy this wasteland. Our land since our ancestors' time.
Excuse me. We've had some complaints, Mr. Steele. The special toilets built on the beach are overflowing with waste. There is a horrible smell and maggots swarming. A kid even fell into the waste. We don't have enough tents. We've had a fire from those tents, and a lion and a Komodo dragon have escaped the cages. We don't have enough drinking water. The Orientals are killing, cooking, and eating dogs. The French are laying on the beach with their dicks and tits hanging out, and a fight might break out because of it.
What's a Komodo dragon doing out on the beach anyway? Understand this. You take care of the trouble. That's your job. That's what I'm paying you for. You're supposed to take care of this. Don't bother me with it again.
But, Mr. Steele, there are too many unpredictable events occurring now. We predicted there would be 500 participants in this contest. There are 2 days before the race starts. About 2,000 people from all across America are gathering on this beach. More will come. The number of horses will be threefold, and many more specters and related guests will come. We should celebrate this, but there's a chance the race will be over before it even begins.
Damn. You can add another 1 million. Do something about it. Go over the budget and increase our capacity 4-fold. And tell foreigners, if you have to eat dogs and show off your genitals, tell us why. And if they don't quit it, kick them out. It may be because of their culture or religion. But so what? As long as they're on my beach, they're under my rule!
We should move to another room, Mr. Steele. The Steel Ball Run press conference is about to start.
Right. I'll be there soon. What am I gonna do? I'm so scared. What's gonna happen if this goes bad? What if this race falls apart?
It's all right, Steven. You've been a promoter for 40 years. Believe in yourself. Do your best, my dear.
Okay. I'll do my best.
There.
Mr. Steven Steele, about the Steel Ball Run race that begins in 2 days. You've repeatedly explained this before, but please explain it to the news readers around the world. You'll then move on to the Q&A.
The Steel Ball Run race will start on September 25th, 1890, at 10 a.m. on the Pacific San Diego beach. The goal will be New York, making it mankind's first North American cross-country horseback race. The distance is roughly 6,000 kilometers following this route. The champion will receive $50 million, which will be deposited into the individual's East and West bank accounts. Second place, $1 million. Third place, $500,000. Fourth place, $250,000. And fifth place is $120,000. Continuing through 10th place with special prizes like the Checkpoint Award. Read the rulebook for more details. As long as the participant is age 16 or older, nationality, race, sex, and pro or amateur status will not be questioned. There is a necessary participation fee, which is $1,200 per person. Let's move on to the questions.
Tell us the sponsors of this contest.
First of all, your news company, East and West Tribune, has exclusive coverage of this race. Others include the respective publishing companies, hotel groups including the San Diego Beach Hotel, B&C Meat Packaging Corporation, Winchester Firearm Production, Horizontal Continental Railroad Corporation, Speedwagon Oil Corporation, and many other corporations across America are interested in the race.
Baron Rockachugo of German royalty has announced participation in a machine called an automobile.
Yes, I approved of that. The race's identity is in the pioneering spirit. When the railroads were first opened in the North American continent, people said this: "The age of the horse is over." This race accepts that challenge. Come with any kind of machine. This race is a first in history. Nobody can predict anything that could happen. With one machine or with one horse, no one has ever raced without rest against competition for 70 to 100 kilometers per day for a total distance of 6,000 kilometers.
Is a horse's running distance of 70 kilometers to 100 kilometers per day a limit? Then it would take roughly 60 to 80 days to reach the goal.
Like I said before, we can't predict that.
There was a record of quarter horses running a distance of 3,164 kilometers between Missouri and California in 12 days. But that was a relay that used 400 horses instead of one.
And there was a record in 1851 during the Crimean War, where an Arabian horse ran 150 kilometers in a day, but the rider died of exhaustion.
In this race, the exchange of horses is prohibited and results in disqualification. Also, the race goes partially through uncharted territory. That means going through wastelands without roads. But still, 60 to 80 days is still the estimated completion time. Any other questions?
There are some complaints about the $1,200 entry fee being a money-making racket. $1,200 is the same as a regular worker's monthly salary.
I don't believe so. If the participants retired during the race, how would they get back home? Their travel expenses, medical expenses, hotel fees, and food expenses, we will cover all of that.
This race is a sport. Will you be allowing the possession of weapons?
Like the Second Amendment says about the right to bear arms, we cannot take that away with our rules. One might have to spend the night in undeveloped territory where there will be poisonous snakes and wild animals. As long as it is not considered criminal behavior, we will not say anything about that. The answer is yes! Security during the race should be provided by oneself.
Tell us some of the champion candidates for this race.
The Cowboy of Wyoming, Mountain Tim. He annually travels 4,000 kilometers through the pastures with 3,000 cattle. He's quite the looker too, from the Arab country of Egypt. Avdol is practicing with a camel. He crosses the Sahara Desert 3 times annually. From the Far East, the equestrian master, Han. He is the descendant of Genghis Khan, of the Mongol nomads that conquered Eurasia, and despite having origins from the low social ranks of England, he was raised by royalty and became a genius jockey of the horse racing world. Diego Brando, commonly known as Dio. Will his genius on the tracks work in long distance?
The distance is tremendous. Before the finish line, if no one reaches the finish line in New York, then the race is a failure. The sponsors will be furious and there will be a total loss of trust in the contest itself. How will you take responsibility for that?
I might be eliminated. That was a joke. Failure is, listen closely, true failure is forgetting the pioneer spirit and staying far away from challenging hardships. There is no such thing as failure in this race. There are only adventurers. This Steel Ball Run race will be an event the likes of which the world has never experienced before.
One more question. Is the person behind you your wife? I've heard she's 14.
That has nothing to do with the race. This interview is over.
When the $1,200 fee is paid, there will be no refunds due to personal reasons. The start of the race in 2 days will be held rain or shine or regardless of accidents. Please sign here to acknowledge the rules. We'll record the rider's fingerprints and horse's nose prints on the starting day. Once recorded, exchange of riders or horses is strictly prohibited. This is your player identification card.
Number B636. Also included is the race commemoration badge.
Hey, never seen these things before. What do you use them for? Whoa! Oh! Oh! Whoa. What the? Legs. My legs! What the hell? I was just making small talk! I was just curious. Why do you have these round things in your gun belt?
Is that so?
Why can't my legs Stand up! I'm not being held down or anything!
If there's nothing wrong with the participation fee on the counter, I'll believe you. Count it up, clerk.
There's only 1,180. $20 short.
Are there any discounts?
Of course not. This isn't a general store.
I see. But didn't I just pay? I put it on the countertop. I did put it there. Are you sure you won't give me a discount?
I haven't issued a receipt, so what's short is short.
So it was you after all. Give me the coins you swiped from me if I'm 20 short. I wouldn't be able to enter the race, would I? No. I wouldn't be able to enter the race and win, would I?